We love Gotham and you should too. We got a brief glimpse at Mr. Freeze at the end of the fall finale of Gotham, so we thought we would bring you a video letting you know more about who he is. Victor Freeze was a cryogenicist who met his wife Nora in college, and after college he decided to start teaching about cryogenics at the local college. It was short-lived, however, because his wife Nora came down with a fatal illness. Freeze ended up quitting his teaching job to work for a drug company known as Gothcorp in the cryogenics lab. Here he was working on cryogenic healing for the company. Taking too long to find a cure, he ends up putting Nora into cryostasis. Ferris Boyle, who was running Gothcorp at the time, interrupts with security. When Freeze puts up a fight, he ends up in a coolant blast, lowering his body temperature to the point of needing to wear a cryosuit just to survive. He swears his revenge and becomes the villain known as Mr. Freeze. Freeze worked with Penguin for a bit until his mind became unstable and he started killing Penguin's people. Freeze ends up kidnapping a pregnant girl, believing that she is his late wife Nora. This ended up with the girl tricking Freeze into hugging her, which ended up paralyzing him because of her body temperature, and Batman saved the girl and Freeze was arrested. Freeze then ends up working for Black Mask when he becomes the new crime lord of Gotham. Freeze's condition for working with Black Mask was a new cryosuit which he was granted. Freeze ends up going after Red Hood to kill him and steal the kryptonite shipment. This failed when Batman and Nightwing showed up to stop him, but Freeze uses his freeze gun to get away. Freeze then ends up teaming with the Secret Society of Supervillains in hope to bring Nora back to life with the use of the Lazarus Pit. He fashioned a Sub-Zero machine for Nyssa in exchange for use of her Lazarus Pit. However, he was impatient and ended up putting Nora in the Lazarus Pit before the chemicals could be properly adjusted. Nora was brought back to life but became the Twisted Lazara and blamed Freeze for everything. During the Night of the Owls event, the Court of the Owls contacted Mr. Freeze to design a variant of his coolant to help keep the Talons in stasis until the court needed them. But of course, when he was done, the court turned on Mr. Freeze. When the court released all the Talons to take over Gotham, one of them ends up targeting Mr. Freeze. Red Hood stepped in to try and help Freeze, but he was unwilling to get assistance from one of Batman's allies. The Talon got away when they were fighting, and Freeze ends up getting taken by the GCPD. During the Forever Evil storyline, Freeze was released from his cell in Arkham, along with the other villains. Freeze ends up trying to revive the Talons that the Arkham villains stole from Blackgate, and he ends up succeeding, and with the help of the Talons and other Arkham villains, went after Bane's forces. However, they end up failing and Bane's team wins. Mr. Freeze tends to use equipment over having actual powers. He has his signature weapon, the Freeze Ray, which he mainly uses to freeze people or use it as an escape tool. He also has his cryosuit, which is needed to help keep him alive since it keeps his body at sub-zero temperatures. He is also a genius who has studied many different things, such as physics and chemistry, as well as medicine and neurobiology. So with the changes to all the other villains in Gotham, what are we going to see with Mr. Freeze? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more great videos on your superhero TV shows. I'm Dan with CTV and I'll see you guys next time.